business. 3, 2, 1. I want to welcome everybody to live Tuesday and every single Wednesday. We come to you live at Eastern Standard Time. The goal here is to inform you about everything that's going on in the economy. If you have a question, stand by. We'll be happy to get it to your guest. We also have some room today for people to come out and share a little bit about their experience with you. I want to do with my host this evening. It's my pleasure to introduce our main host for this evening, John Reichard. John grew up in Silicon Valley, the home of the internet as we know it. John went to school in Silicon Valley, and after graduating, went on to
We don't hear you, Joe.
President of a major Silicon Valley firm. I'm sorry, let me put my headset on. Hey, it's my pleasure to introduce our main host for this evening, John Reichard. John grew up in Silicon Valley, the home of the internet as we know it. John went to school in Silicon Valley, and after graduating, went on to become an executive vice president of a major Silicon Valley company. He had the responsibility of maintaining a team of 55 professionals, and together, they generated over $100 million in business. John then took a few years off to travel the world. He came back, and now he's the founder of Momentum Now, a company that provides executive support and venture capital to small and medium-sized businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, get out your pencil and a paper so you can take some notes. It's my unbelievable pleasure to introduce you to Mr. John Reichard. John, the floor is yours.
Hey, thanks, Joe. I really appreciate you a lot and all you do. And, we're here today to talk about a wonderful business. I guess the experience with my business background has brought me to a place where I know what a good business looks like. And I wanted to describe some of those things that I recognized when I first looked at U-Economy for all of you, because I was trained by the best in Silicon Valley. I had really an opportunity to learn so much about how they evaluated companies. And when we got some noise in the background, Joe, if you can somehow get a hold of that. I don't know where that's coming from. But evaluation of companies matters. And all of you that are here for the first time, you're hearing something on a live presentation from us today. I'm really glad to be here to help you to sort that out and net it out, as they say. And then, of course, the founder of U-Economy is here, Peter Wolfing, my friend, and someone I've known for years. And we're having a ball creating this and finding ways to even make more value show up. And it's not hard, because we've got a platform that I'll describe a little bit, and then Peter can go into the platform some more. That word is a big part of our vision. It's a big part of our mission statement, because the platform is a way to provide many, many elements of value. So if I'm in your shoes, and a lot of you are taking a look for the first time, you're going to want to figure out, well, what's so great? Why U-Economy? That's the thing that people want to always figure out. Why this? Why that? And so I'm going to give you, the cheat sheet on that a little bit. Because after I left Silicon Valley, I was focused on franchises as a place where I would invest my time and money. I got involved with lots of brick and mortar businesses that were franchising, and some of them were licensing. But I really liked that model because it afforded the ability for human beings to fail and still do well, because we all need some model that keeps us in line, allows us to have the business work despite ourselves. And that's the truth, I think everybody on this line knows humans can be human. So I studied the franchise model a lot, after I left Silicon Valley, and decided, to really focus there. And people call me an expert in some circles. That's great, whatever they want to say. But the bottom line is I learned a lot about what a turnkey business system looks like. That's the words that are given by Michael Gerber in his book, the E-Myth and E-Myth Revisited. And I like his books because he took McDonald's and he kind of broke it down into pieces, and he did a good job of talking about the turnkey business system. So that's a long way to say that when I looked at U-Economy and other companies that I've been working with Peter on within his holding company, I realized that everything that Peter does is perfect for my sensibilities, and I think most sensibilities. He thinks in systems. He thinks in process. And we as affiliates, and in my role as the master affiliate for the company, I want to be sure that things are, in such a way where people can have time. They can have time for their lives, and they can still make a lot of money doing that which they, where they make money, like with us. So it isn't so much that we have the shiniest car sometimes. I mean, McDonald's doesn't have the best food in the world. But why are they number one by far, by a factor of 3 times bigger than all other food retailers? It's because they got a head start, but at the same time, they've really kept up with their turnkey business, and they don't even move a minute or a second to change how they do things with where the pickle goes on their process. I mean, everybody goes to McDonald's University and learns the process of putting the hamburger together. Why? Not so much because the pickle has to be put on third or fourth in the process, because time efficiencies and effectiveness, and it goes down into supply chain management about how to get the right number of pickles to that particular location based on how much they sold last month. Business can be complex, but Peter Wolfing is one, when I invested time in, and lots of money into this effort to get to know Peter, I wanted to be sure that I wasn't sinking time into a person who doesn't think, in my opinion, correctly. And that is around systems and processes. Everything we do are based on 2 subsystems here at U Economy. There's an operations subsystem, and then there is a business development subsystem. And those 2 are really important. You don't need to dig into any more than that to know that, well, that sounds good. What do you do with operations? Well, Peter's done 19 years of creating back office operations that work, and he's evolved with the internet. He's called the Uber of network marketing for a reason. Why is that? Because he's already been adapting to the industry and has been doing what Uber did for a long time in our industry. We're not as famous because we aren't employing, or creating income for taxi drivers across the world, but I want you to know that we are in position to do the same level of, change for this world. See, if we don't do these things, if we don't provide these 2 subsystems, then all of you have to work harder. Many of you are here because you're coming from other industries and you're working harder than you need to. Some of you are from the MLM businesses. Some of you network marketing in general. Some of you, have come from, corporate America, where I used to be. Wherever you've come from, I'm going to bet that you're putting in lots more time than you want to put in. So how do you change that? Well, it's not just that you dream about it or you hope for it. You've got to have a system that supports you. One of the things that we can't go into lots of detail here today, and maybe a couple of our guests will do it later. They're going to be on. Some people that have been doing, franchising and, affiliate marketing for a long time, and they're going to be on. So you want to stay around to hear that if you can pull off the time. And they're going to talk about how they market the business. Maybe they will. They're going to also talk about their testimonial about why this is working for them. So we want you to know about that. It's going to be Michael Manzel and also Susan will be out here today to chat about that a little bit. But the great thing about business development is that we can teach it. We have done for you systems. So I'm pointing out to you some of the reasons why us. We've made it so that you can have time, and the time that you can contribute to other people in your lives, your personal lives, where you want to put the time. So why do we do that? Well, we want every team member to be able to market this with ease. There's no mystery to us on how to text people effectively, how to use voice broadcasting effectively, how to use the internet to, really reach out to hundreds of thousands of people, how to use social media. We know it all. Not me personally. I mean, we got members that know each part more than the other. We all have our expertise, but as a team, we make it easier for you. So both subsystems are provided. The operations, Peter's got it on hand. He already knows how to build these systems and how to scale. That's a word you should write down. One of the things in Silicon Valley that I kept hearing all the time is, are they scalable? Can you scale the company? Because that's where the money's made. That's and of course that's where people get the big stock shares that they used to get. Is could it be something that people could scale it fast? Well, Peter has got it built so we can scale it fast. Operations is no problem. You can have that fast. You can have somebody set up on the system so that you can get started. A lot of you, like I said, are looking at this because you're from other industries. I'd say you landed well. There's no coincidence you're here right now. Like I said, most people want more money and less time put into it. How do you get that? That's like you're getting your cake and eat it too. You can do that with us, and there's details on that. You can talk to the person that invited you about that. The business development systems are something that we demystify, and we help the leaders to do that. We provide done-for-you services, and you'll be able to see all that come to fruition. You want to be able to make sure that you can duplicate this. If somebody buys 25 dominoes, like a friend of mine bought 25 dominoes all along the coast of down there in basically Los Angeles down to Orange County, and he could run 25 as well as he could run one, and he did. And that's what we're able to do. Is you could manage and help 250 people do this same business like you're doing it. So keep that in mind. Now, if you're an investor, some people are doing the done-for-you services, or they're investing in other people who are doing the business. There's really a great business plan behind that. Most of the money in America is made by small business owners. I don't know if everybody knows that, but I mean, there's a lot of wealthy people that have 5, 10 employees, and they really do well. So if you're thinking about investing too, this would be a business so you could do that and still make a very good margin, higher than any other business that I know of, in the 30% range, I would guess, and do very well. So I don't know where everybody's coming from, but I want you to know that you've landed well. I'll come back in a little while. I'll introduce some guests for you. As you listen for how Peter has set up that system for us, and why it matters. Because I guarantee you, that's what matters. From my experience in life with my gray hair, it's about the franchise system like we have. Peter, like I said, is a friend of mine. I've known him for years. I first met him when I was working with Voice Broadcasting, and it's one of the things that Momentum Now loves, our company loves, because we know that you can reach 10,000 people in 3 minutes, and in that 3 minutes, you'll have 2,500 who will press a button and say, "Yeah, I want to hear more." And of that button that they press, about 2% will say, "Call me." Whoa! In 3 minutes, you get 50 qualified people? Yes. So I love that when Peter, I talked about, are you kidding me? I love that. Who wants to go to, a meeting and meet 25 people and then leave with one card that matters? So, we're about exponential here. And so, Peter, would you come out and tell us all about, your history with why, you've designed your company the way you have? You're on mute.
All right, great. So, guys, hey, thank you very much, John. Appreciate it. And welcome, everybody, to the Zoomcast tonight. And it's really my pleasure to give you a little bit more of a kind of a 30,000-foot view of the U economy and where we're going with this program. And when we put this program together, it was really about, I'd say about 14 months ago, started coming up with the concept of U economy. I went to a Success Magazine event in Dallas, Texas. And they were coming out with a magazine a number of months later, and they gave a preview of it, and it said the letter Y-O-U, economy. And I was like, wow, that's like the thing, like you hear this thing in your head went off. Well, that's what I was been thinking of for a while, but it kind of encapsulated everything I was thinking. And at that time, I went on my computer. I said, I wonder if that name is available, U economy, Y-O-U. And of course, it was taken. And I said, what about the letter U, economy? Well, it was available. Obviously, it was thousands of dollars. And I just said, listen, I'm buying it because I know eventually I'm going to do it, because once you have that feeling when something's going to happen and you're going to eventually do something great with it, I didn't care what the price was. I just bought it. And over the past 14 months, we've been formulating all this. And April, May, June, July, we've been putting everything together. Now, the really cool thing regarding the membership in the program is that normally programs launch about 30 to 45 days before they launch. So technically, we should really be starting pre-launch at the beginning of August. But we decided to open up early, way back in May, and we call it a founder's launch, and let people experience the process of putting a program together. We're molding it, we're changing it, we're getting feedback from members, we're putting things together, they're seeing things work, we take a few steps forward, a few steps back. that type of thing. And you're seeing things firsthand of what it takes to really put a program together, which is, you know, it's frustrating, you know, on my part, but it's also frustrating your part. I totally get it. I understand that. But you have to also understand you're in a very unique position that you can sign up people right now. You can make money right now with the program. You are starting to get products right now, just like we said you would. You're starting to get products right now. And it's going to start to accelerate towards this launch date of September 18th. So just realize that of what's going on, what's happening. But this is not a startup. It's a startup in the sense that it's a new program, but it's supported by a 19-year-old company that next month, August 9th, we're going to hit 19 years in business, 19 years in business with tons and tons of millions of members in our different websites and had hundreds of millions of dollars that have been earned by members in our programs. So we have a proven pedigree in the industry. So you have a very unique position. You have a position where you have a new program, and I think this will far eclipse anything that I've done before as far as design of a program. And that's why we set it up as a separate company versus being under our umbrella of our holding company. I think it's going to be immense when we get this thing rolling. But you have also the knowledge that we've been there before and that we've already stand the test of time. Most companies, as you know, don't get past a few months, let alone a few years. We've been here almost 20 years. I've been in the industry 27 years. John has been around a long time. Joe's been around a long time. All the other principals and our COO, Marcus Taylor, has been around a long time. So, guys, you're in a very, very unique position to really see what's happening, see what's going on, and start to grow your belief as we, in turn, pass on our belief to you. So, guys, what I wanted to do today is share my screen, and I'm going to show you a little bit, if you're here for the first time, a little bit about what we're doing here. And let's see. Let me go over here to my screen over here. All right. This is a demo account in the back office of the U-Economy platform. And I just want to make sure everybody can see that. Joe, can everyone see that, or John?
I see it.
I'd hate to. Okay, excellent. All right, so this is just a demo account. There's really nothing going on here as far as sponsors or anything. But I wanted to show you the back office if you haven't seen it already. And it's important that these are all our updates. The radio show we have that Joe does every day, Monday through Friday. Zoomcast that we do Tuesdays and Thursday nights. We have a fantastic newsletter that's a PDF that you can download here that we update every month or two. And we believe very much in keeping people plugged into what we're doing here, because I found through so long doing the business that people don't necessarily quit, they kind of fade away because they lose that energy and because they don't stay plugged into what they're doing. So we want to give you every opportunity to stay plugged in. Newsletters, radio shows, Zoomcasts, and everything you need to be able to stay plugged in, see what's happening, and be able to evolve with our system as we go. So now as we scroll down, you see the U Crew, the U Marketplace, and the U Academy. Those are three primary sources of income, and if you add a retail aspect of it, which I'll touch on in a minute, that's four aspects of income. Okay, so let me scroll back up here again. The U Crew is the monthly program that we have, which is $49.95 a month. Okay, that program pays as much as 84% commission, as much as 84% commission over 12 generations of pay. So this is what we call the legacy income. Legacy income means you have delayed gratification. You build it over time, and as you build it over time with your people, this is where you get that monster income. I've seen, and I have a lot of friends in different programs that have nothing to do with my programs. I just know them. We talk all the time. And they say, listen, I'm making $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month because we pay in depth. Okay, so we wanted to incorporate that pay in depth because we want to give you that legacy type income, because we plan on being here 20 and 30 years down the road. Okay, and we've already established with our parent company that we can stay in business. So we're providing this with the U Crew to be able to be around long term. Now, that is the 12-level payout. Now, the Marketplace and the Academy are very similar products, except for they're opposite sides of the spectrum. Number one is the Marketplace. We wanted to give people the opportunity to be able to teach what they know. There's two major websites out there called New Kajabi and Udemy. And if you look at the Udemy website, Udemy is an educational platform, and this is really close to what the U Marketplace is all about, where we're going to allow you to have a platform so you can actually teach people other things that you know. I guarantee you, if you say, I don't know anything, you know more than other people, because I guarantee you know more than some people. And if you went to Udemy and you looked at the amount of money being made by people that barely know more than you or probably know less than you, you'd be staggered in how much money they make, because they make simple videos to be able to show what they do and have the knowledge that they've had over the years be able to be in the marketplace. And I'll show you that in just a moment. But also, we're going to be incorporating done-for-you products, which will have videos and everything ready to go. And all you do is go in and put yourself as the author or the publisher of it, and then the courses will be ready to go. And then you can slap on the price. You, in turn, have a link to be able to sell it. And then you can slap on your PayPal email, and you make 100% of the sale. So you have yourself a retail market for different products, whether you create it yourself or we give you products that you can actually sell yourself. So thus, the marketplace is what you can teach the world and be able to sell that and be able to make some great income. Now, you also see over here, there's 4 different parts of the the U Marketplace. $25 plus the $5 license fee, $100, $250, and $500. Basically a 10% license fee, okay? These are different versions of the same thing. Like if you buy a piece of software and you have the light version and you have the pro version and the enterprise version, you know, these types of things. Same type of thing here, where you're going to be able to have more students, you're going to be able to teach more courses and be able to have access to more of the done-for-you products the higher you go in this actual price range, okay? So, so it's up to you how you want to do this, but understand that, and this works the same way with all of our levels here, is that whatever price package you pick, all the lower ones are included. So if you were to get this one, which is our enterprise level, then you would be able to get the $250, the $100, and the $25 all included with that one package, okay? And it's all a one-time fee as well, too. So just understand that as well. We pay commissions on everything but the license fee. So the company takes the funds for you. We collect the funds, and you will be paid instantly in your e-wallet in the back office. We hold the funds for 7 days just to make sure the funds are cleared, and then you're able to do whatever you like with the funds there, okay? Now, if we go up into the academy is where we, as a company, will teach you what we know. So this way, that program here works exactly the same way as the marketplace, and it has 6 different products, okay? Mentorship, digital, brand, network, live, and master. You see the actual commissionable payouts right here, okay? These prices right here are 100% payouts, meaning that the members earn that price tag that's on there, and there's a 10% license fee as well. So you would add both of those together should you decide to come into one of those product packages. The other thing applies also is the higher you actually purchase, all of the lower product levels are also included at no additional charge, and you don't have to pay the license fee. The product comes included and everything. So once you pay this, and we've already activated this on this account, so you actually see access your product here, which means you can get in, and then you would go directly to access the academy. And the academy, again, is all of these 6 upper products where we're actually teaching you what we know, okay? And again, you have commissions of $3,000, $1,500, $6,000, $12,000, all the way to $50,000, and which is incredible into itself. Okay, so let me go in here and I'll show you a little bit about what we're talking about. I'll go back up to the marketplace. We'll say we want to access your product. Now, the marketplace, again, is where you're teaching people. This is the actual marketplace right here, okay? And this is where you can actually go in here and add a training course where you're able to teach something, and this is functional right now, where you can add a training course. You put your course name in here. You can actually put your taglines, course details, how much you want to charge for your course, what type of payment you want, a monthly, a half year, a yearly payment. Do you want, what kind of language you're going to put this in, what kind of category it's going to be in. Whenever you're ready to go live with it, you don't have to go live right away, but whenever you're ready to go live, you hit activate and it'll be ready to go. Who's the professor name? That's probably you. What's your tagline, okay? You know, I used to be called the tool guy, so Peter Wolfing, the tool guy, whatever your tagline is. And then you put a little bit about yourself here in the details, which is an HTML editor right here for you, and you can upload a picture of yourself as well. Then you hit add your course. So once you have your course in, you can actually go and check all the courses you have right here, and you can import a course as well too. So if other members say, listen, you can use my course, they'll give you a share code, and the course can be shifted from one person to another through imports. And this is where you import all of your resources. You can import zip files and videos from YouTube. You can upload them from your computer, MP3 files, documents, let's see, PDFs and PowerPoints can go all over here. So if I was to upload something over here, then I would just hit add new video, and then I could just put the title right here and go in and import it from YouTube or import it from my computer, and then it would start to populate. So when I start to do my courses, that's where I add all of these files to my courses, and they're inserted into my course as well. You're ready to go, then you click activate, and you're all set. So as you're ready to go here, you just put in your payment gateway setup, which is PayPal. Right here, hit PayPal, you put in your PayPal information, and hit save. And as you sell that course, you'll get a link for that, and you'll be ready to go to be able to make money on your course. We also have videos available here as well, too, that pop up to show you all about what's going on and how to be able to use it and set up your system.
All right, welcome close to the payment setup.
There you go. So the training is there and ready to go for you to be able to do that. You can keep tabs of all your students, create coupons. We have someone, name is Andrea, that has created courses and training courses for other programs, which we happen to own, but it really doesn't matter. But she creates training courses, and she has a value on the course of what she thinks it's worth. Then she adds a coupon for the dollar amount of the value of the course. So say it's a $100 course that she has put a value on. She creates a coupon for $100. So if somebody in another website wants to get access to her training, she just gives them a coupon and say, listen, this is a $100 product. I'm giving it to you for free. Now you have perceived value because you have them on an economic system here that you're actually selling, right? So instead of saying, oh, yeah, here it is, now you're actually selling it on the site. You can't really be selling it on the site, but you can give them a coupon to be able to give that course for free. So, guys, this is really, really, really quickly on the actual marketplace. So let me switch over here and go back to the screen that we were before, and we'll go down here to the Academy. And the Academy is, you just click on a product, and you have your courses right here. Now, these products will appear once you have clicked on it. So if you only clicked on one, one will show up. So the more you click on, you'll have as many as 6 courses over here. And then when you're ready to view the course, you click on Start, and as these are populated, they'll start to be here. This is the first installment of the authorship course that we did in New York City. You play it, it'll start to teach you about authorship. We're going to start to be adding more and more down here. These are development ones from our programmers. But you click on here, these are downloads. You can download documents. Right now, these are being developed, so I think these will probably be ready in the next few days. You'll be able to download the documents. Remember I showed you in the marketplace where you can actually have these documents ready to go, and you can upload PDFs and things like that. This is where they're going to appear over here, and you can actually create your own notes and things like that over here as you start to take the course. We have our mentorship program, which has been in full swing. We've already done, here's the call schedule. We've already done, well, now you have this here. I'm going to have to change the PIN number for Monday. So note that, everybody, going to have to change the PIN number. Sorry about that. I didn't think ahead on that one. Comfort zone, purpose, vision, goals, you're perfect, perception, and drama. And next week is going to be forgiveness. That's on Monday. So as you click on here and you go here to the comfort zone, it comes up and you have the session right over here in a replay, and also the documents that it explains over here you can download over here on this side as well too. So guys, this is what we're talking about. Now, if I go back over here, you see we have brand, digital, and mentor. So if I go over here to close this out, and I'll go down a little bit further, and I'll click on live, you'll notice that over here now the live one shows up, okay? You click on live, and you go over here, and there's 3 courses here right now already. This is Live to Lead. This is a 3.5, almost 4-hour course with John Maxwell, with Simon Sinek, and it's incredible. Okay, so you can watch it. It's an incredible, incredible live presentation that was recorded. We have the course part 1 and part 2 for Money Counts, which is all about affiliate marketing. So these are starting to be populated, and as we go through September, October, November, December, it's going to be massive, massive amounts of products in there, but you're seeing the beginnings of it right now. And all of these products will be populated in these 6 sections for you, and thus you're going to see tremendous value that we have in there. Now also we have the faculty, and the faculty are members that have field experience in the area of network marketing, offline, online marketing, and we'll be populating the faculty in the actual academy as well too, because that's what we call field experience that they're going to teach you through the Zoomcast and different things, and we'll put those in the actual system itself. Okay, so now let me go back here, and I'm not going to take up much more time because I want to hear from the guest speakers here today, and there we go. So you see these here, and you can, I'm not going to go into all the back office here, but you have pages, responders, and your account to go into commissions and all sorts of stuff down here, which we can go into some other time. So guys, we have so much here available for you. I didn't even get a chance to go into a PowerPoint that I had all prepared because I think I showed you plenty that's on here. And just want to give you the, like you said, the 30,000-foot view of what we're doing here and the magnitude of what we're talking about with the U Economy system. There's nothing out there that's going to be able to have the live training that we have, the other training with the marketplace, the U Crew. So we have the lifestyle money, which is the big money. We have the legacy money, and we have the leveraging money, which is the money that you're doing with the cash flow, and that's the marketplace. So with massive payouts, with fantastic products, with a culture that believes you are part of a bigger whole, and we're all going to work together to be able to create change in the world, one person at a time on a global basis here with U Economy, and be able to have everybody become their own economy. It's one heck of a team and a vision that I hope you can actually come in with. And I actually got my shirt on, see? U Economy, there you go, boys. Let's go. Back to you, John.
You know, Peter, as you describe all that, you know, I love that your topic on Monday is going to be forgiveness, and I have to ask for forgiveness from you for not bringing up some of the most important parts early on about why U Economy. But I just was listening to you, and I wanted to summarize those before we bring everybody out. But Peter, I mean, when I'm talking to people personally about what we do here, there are certain things that really are their final decision makers. You can tell in their heads moving, their eyes are moving around. They're going, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. And I want to tell everybody what those things are. But there's no coincidence that anybody on this line is here, Peter. I mean, if they're here, they've already gone through some sort of struggle. You know, they realize that they can't be in Silicon Valley anymore. It's going to kill them, like I thought. Or, you know, they just don't want to work so many hours. They want to be a part of something that's moving fast, that's part of the internet, whatever it might be, right? What have you found are the most prevalent reasons that people show up to work with you over the years?
Well, the biggest thing that I found that people come to work with me is because I'm approachable. Number one, they trust me. Number two, and I work very hard to be able to have integrity and honesty with people. I've been that way my whole life. I think I told you guys a story one time, way back, even when I was a little kid. My mom taught me very well that you're honest with people, and they would always come to me, hey, is he safe or is he out? Because they know I wouldn't lie to them. Boy, I really get it. I got it from everybody. Even the coaches would come up and really get me. So they would tease me to go in, but that's who I am. And I try to maintain that as well too. So I'm approachable, I'm honest, people can relate to me because I try to be relatable. It's not because it's fake, it's real. And I think that's why a lot of people are gravitating to myself over the years. We've been able to help so many people over those 20 years.
That's for sure, Peter. You know, and that is something that people look for. When Peter and I were, getting ready and starting to do some of the detail about the vision and mission, and then we started to do the core values, we were really wanted to hear from everybody else. We were getting ready for New York, and so we had a wonderful meeting, Peter. I remember we had come up with a whole list of things that were core values, and a lot of them are what you just said about yourself, and you wanted that reflected in the company. And sure enough, everybody, in the group there was 30 people there, and our founders mastermind that came up with almost exactly the same list. And then they added some other ones. Nice to see in our culture. I'm sure for you, Peter, because you've been building internet companies like this for a long time. I've been doing other internet stuff, but I mean, any thoughts about the culture and where you want to see it evolve?
Yeah, John, the culture is a very, very, very big part of what we have here in U Economy. There's been many, many studies on these big companies, Apple and Google, and these big companies that people want to join. And they say, what's the reason why you want to be there? And they just rate them 1 through 5. The last is always money, right? Money is always the last thing. Number one is being part of something bigger than yourself, being around very smart people that have the same vision as you and that type of thing. And we want to instill that culture here with U Economy because that's who we are, and that's what we want to have. We want to stop people from doing the shiny ball syndrome. We want to stop people from just being mercenaries from one thing to another every 2 seconds. We want people to have a home. Not that you can't do other programs. Hey, we're okay with that. No, not a problem. But we would say, listen, here's something you could lay your hat on, that you can be part of. You can actually make a real difference. And as we grow, you're going to be part of it. We're going to allow you to participate. We're going to help you to grow. We're going to give you kind of a soapbox to get on once in a while, should you want to. You grow at your own pace. But we're going to be able to teach you to be able to grow as a person, personal development, grow as far as monetarily, money-wise, and all these different things, because it's more than just the money. Okay, this industry has gotten too much into the money grab stuff, and we want people to say there's a lot more to life than just that. There's people, there's actually a business here, and there's a culture of people that you can depend on that want to share with each other to make the whole be that much better.
Well, and that's exactly right. The culture is all about that. When you come in, you're going to know our core values. And then, Peter, as we develop people with their brand, what's great about the development of the industry is that it's gotten to be more flat as far as what capabilities everybody can get their hands on. What we're able to do here at U Economy hasn't been done in the digital franchising. That's the word. Those are the two words we like to call it. And that is because it's been too difficult for people to do it. But what we mean is everybody on this call can do some branding. You may not do as much as others, but you can do some branding because the industry allows that now. All of you can learn how to be a better mentor because we can teach those things on our platform. All of you can use Marketplace, which I predict, Peter, Marketplace is going to be really big for us. And the reason people will like working on Marketplace with us is because we also have 2 other income streams. And, let's face it, life has to be easier for all of us. We can't let's go get 3 different businesses and then tear our hair out, the little we have, trying to figure out which one we should work on today. It's all in one spot. We got 3 income streams. So everybody, you're in a good spot. You've got an owner in Peter that has built a platform that allows us to scale. And that makes me smile, as you can see, because I don't want to get caught with, we can't sell, we can't help any more people because we ran out of capacity. What? Don't tell me that. I'm used to the internet now. Peter, do you have any thoughts about, the scalability of what you've built?
Oh, man. I want to clarify that before what I said about people, multiple streams of income, doing different things. I get it. I understand it. That's not a problem. We don't have a problem with that. But we want to be able to provide a stable home that people can come to. Let me just share my screen for 1 second, and I'll show you about what I was talking about. And if you see this gentleman over here, okay, pretty unassuming, very simple. This guy just did 20 or 30 videos and sold a course, and I think he sold 2 or 3 or 4 courses on Udemy, and sold over 2,000 of these courses at $60 a piece. Now listen to this guy and tell me you can't do this.
Okay, so now let's talk about audio and acoustic. And for me, in setting up my studio, audio and lights have been...
that's all I'm going to show you, but tell me you can't do that. So scalability is what we have here. The digital education space is billions, tens of billions, probably I think it's over $100 billion in size and growing, because right now, think of what we're in, the internet. What is the internet called? The information superhighway, right? Everything's going towards the internet. Everything's going digital, and we're perfectly positioned to grow with that because we're part of that whole thing. You can either embrace it or you can run from it and be bowled over by it. So we're perfectly positioned to capitalize on all of this digital education, the information superhighway, maximizing pay at the same time, and running with a company that has a history. You plug all that in there, and it's one heck of a scenario that you can actually do some damage and be able to set yourself up for a long, long time to come.
Absolutely, Peter. And I'll say a little bit more when I introduce our first guest here related to Marketplace. And as I do that, I want you to know that the culture isn't just us talking about we want everybody to have an ability to participate. We are building things that ensure that. You faculty is a way to ensure that Joe, who you've seen, is absolutely a faculty member, has tons to teach people, and he has an opportunity to do that. And he can put videos on Marketplace, and in a lot of cases, he'll make money from that. But in other cases, Joe can contribute things to our back office and we are a stronger, better, faster company because we're all about saying, sure, Peter and I and other people that are senior, we don't want to be the only ones that are presenting. That's not a good thing. So you faculty is incredible, everybody. You coach is another wonderful opportunity because we've got people already here who are superb at knowing the process in their head, in their sleep, about how to help people to learn what they need to. And it's so smooth, so graceful for everybody involved. We've got a tremendous team. We'll be turning that on soon, where done for you service, where they can provide services to help you. You can sit back in your chair and just watch it happen and learn. So I just want you to know about a couple of things. As you already noticed, we have you, and some of you had just coming for the first time, you can hear that we have you in front of everything. Like you, Peter, you, John, everything's you. So we're having fun with that. Susan and Joe, can you help to get Susan out here? And then Michael, ladies first, and then we'll have you come out, and we'll be done by the top of the hour, everybody. I promise you that. Susan, to speak of Marketplace, she and I were talking about this yesterday, and she's been developing videos about how to make videos for a long, long time. Right. I mean, she and I at the same moment, I think she thought of it before I did, but I thought, why don't you give us a free video to teach people the basics, and we'll put that out there to train everybody, because everybody's going to be great at videos, even if they're shy. We're going to encourage people as part of their brand to show themselves. We are unique. Let's be, all this gray hair or whatever we are, let's be it, because other people want to see us being authentic. And so then Susan and I said, why don't you create a couple that you could charge for that are more advanced that some people may want to pay for? Boom. That's Marketplace, everybody. So all of you are going to have a chance to participate and play in Marketplace, and I think it's going to be a real popular, opportunity for all of you. Susan, you've been doing this industry for, a long time. You've got a partner named Tammy, who we all appreciate, and met her also for the first time out in New York. You're a great team, the Mamas, Unstoppable Mamas, and I'm really appreciative to both of you providing good input a lot. It's just really helpful to us. And, you come from a unique background like all of us. What is your background that brought you to want to do a home-based business?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me out. It's a pleasure, and I very much enjoyed our conversation yesterday. I think that's an ongoing one. Oh, what else can we do?
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here. So to answer that question, I was a critical care registered nurse for 15 years. I absolutely loved my career. In fact, I decided when I was about 4 years old that that's what I was going to do. So that's kind of describes my personality. I decide something, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. I just go ahead and do it. So I definitely enjoyed my career. I was a part of the code team, the mentoring of new critical care registered nurses, student preceptorship. I was team leader. I was just involved. I created patient education content, etc. And then in 2005, I was in a car accident. So the neck injury that I sustained in the car accident kind of changed everything within a split second. And then about 4 months after that, I was diagnosed with MS. So it was a life incident that just kind of turned everything upside down. And as a single mom, I had to figure something out. So once I got through the diagnosis phase, etc., I started looking online. Okay, I'm going to have to earn money a different way because I'll never be able to work in that nursing career. Just like, I'm sure everyone can imagine, it's a very physical, you work 13, 14-hour days. And so if you're not physically able to, you just can't do it. So anyway, I came online as this unaware, shy girl, not even willing to put my profile picture up. I didn't even know how to email or anything about social media. So I learned from scratch, started with affiliate marketing and content marketing, and just learning step by step, kind of on my own, digging into it. Oh, I have to get visitors to my site. Well, let's figure out SEO. I need to build a list. Well, let's figure out list building, lead generation, solo ads. And in fact, the book that I bought of Peter's, I went through all of his I've done them all. I don't think I've missed one of them. So I love that book. Great value. Love it. So that's kind of my background, starting with the lower ticket product creation. That's what excites me about You Marketplace. And then I decided, well, if I'm really going to get big ticket sales, which I wanted to get into, I guess I'm going to have to expose my face, maybe use my real name. And I think it's video that's going to work. So this was back in 2012. So I was so shy. I had no spit in my mouth, and I recorded 76 videos before I would release and publish one of them. So that gave me another idea. Okay, if this is this hard for me, I bet you other people have this trouble. So I started not only creating videos for lead generation, but teaching people and helping people get past that. And let me tell you, when those first top tier big ticket product sales come in, that's a game changer. So that's my background. That's why I came on. I kind of expanded on that a little bit more, but I thought I might as well dive into why I'm so excited about the 3 pieces of You Economy, because it fixes the roller coaster for everybody. You have the sustainable residual. You have the low ticket that is absolutely necessary, and it's really exciting. And I think it's going to create a lot of value and income for so many people, because those are products everyone wants to buy. How do you build a list? How do you play guitar? How do you cook a roast? Whatever the topic is, people are delving into knowledge and education. And then of course the massive value that we're already seeing in You Academy. So shall I stop?
Well, I think that everything you said is so applicable to everybody on this call. I mean, we're all people. We have challenges. We have to adapt to them, and that's what you did, Susan.
Mm-hmm.
And what I will say is that not everybody is as technical as you are. I want everybody to know that it's like going, shoot, I got to learn what she did. I got to go.
No.
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of done for you services, and we also have the ability for people to to get and use those. So, I will just say that out loud. But what would you say to somebody who's just looking at the industry, besides the fact that if you need it for a lifestyle reason like you did, what are the things that people should consider about this industry and this business, our business, that's really important to consider?
Well, I guess, and why I started at that point and why I love starting at that point in my story is because you can start from wherever you are. So I was passionate about learning technical. I started from nothing. You can start from there. If you have an illness or an injury, you can still do this business. You can literally start from wherever you are and learn what you need to. And the amazing thing is everything is in place to help you and teach you what you want to learn, what you need to learn, and help you succeed. You're amongst a community of people, and that's the culture that you wanted to create here. But it's a community of people that are providing that value and support.
Speaking of, really to the systems we talked about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
that people can plug right in and they can get going. And not only that, but they have 3 income sources. So, it does balance out, because some might do better than others. I think when the marketplace gets going for everybody, my thought's going to be do a video every day. I don't know about, in your case, you probably do 3 a day, but, and then who knows which one's going to go for $60 and make $167,000 like that guy that Peter just showed. Why isn't that possible for everybody on this line? That's my question. I mean, $60.
It absolutely is.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a whole series too, Susan, where you do, maybe a mastermind of 4, videos you do, and it's only $100 for that, and you can provide a lot of value, and you get a whole bunch of people doing that. Let's say 10,000 buy that over the course of a month. That's possible. How many people are on the internet right now? 49.3% of the world is on the internet right now. There's 7.3 billion people. Let's call it only 1 million are really, really active. Can we all find enough people to buy a few videos from us out of 1 million people?
Absolutely.
So, Susan, anything else in closing you'd like to say?
I don't think so. I'm
Okay.
thrilled to be here, grateful, and excited about the many tomorrows.
Well, yes, Susan, and also I want to say to everybody, Susan's on a part of our leadership group. All of you that are coming in to check us out, just know that we're blessed to have all these people that are involved, who are giving their time. We had 2 meetings last week with the leadership group. We've got quite a few subgroups that are meeting this week. And Peter and I, we're lucky, to have, that much skill. And so, Susan, thank you for your help. Well, let's go over to Michael, and thanks for being patient, Michael, down there in Tucson, Arizona. And appreciate you being on with us. And, Michael is someone that Peter knows and known longer than I have. We appreciate Michael. He creates systems and processes. He knows exactly what I'm talking about when I use those words. And he's also been a good friend, helpful. He's on the leadership committee that I just suggested. He brought other people into the leadership committee. He's active with that. It's that giving nature that we hope, everybody just picks up by watching us. Michael, you've got a lot of things that are going well for you because you've worked hard. It wasn't always that way, I know, because I've heard you talk about it. Michael, open up and just tell us, how you got involved with the industry and why U Economy is working for you.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I appreciate that. And the whole concept of internet marketing, I can still actually remember when it seemed so vague and I didn't really know what it was. And I would see people talking about it and I didn't really get it. And so I've been online doing marketing for a while, but it really has been in the last 1.5 years, 2 years that I've really started ramping up, started putting systems in place. And now I have a team of almost 4,000 people that kind of look to me for help and guidance. And I love that. That really fuels me every single day. So one of the things that I love connecting with people on every single day in this industry is the fact that I can relate to where they're at whatever level they're at. If they're having success already, we can talk on a certain level. If they're just getting started out and they're scared to death of what to do next, I can relate on that too, because I remember what it was like to be in their shoes. And that's why when I met Peter Wolfing and the things that he was bringing to the internet, I love the different levels that he offered. And the fact that anybody could get started with one of his products, one of his training courses at whatever level they were comfortable at, there was a place to plug them into, because everybody learns at different speeds. Everybody learns on different technical levels because maybe their experience is not the same as the next person. And I actually come from a background of where I was homeschooled all 13 years, kindergarten through high school. I was homeschooled. And what homeschool basically means is you're teaching yourself at the end of the day. That's what homeschooled means. My mom was certainly helpful. My dad was helpful when we needed it. But it was the idea that we can go out there and create whatever we want to create in life, as long as we apply ourselves to learning what it takes to get there. And that is what U Economy is absolutely all about. Not only do you have the U Marketplace, where all of us can contribute our knowledge, our expertise, on, again, whatever level. If you know a little bit about something, I can guarantee you probably know more than 70, 80, 90% of another group of people out there that has never been exposed to the amount of knowledge you know. If you're really, really insightful and an expert at an area, you've got the U Marketplace at your fingertips to publish the expertise that you know, and people can level up their game in life, level up their business, level up whatever skill they're trying to improve on. If you're first to market with that product, there is an audience out there for you. And that's what I had to learn about 2 years ago. I really started shifting my mindset from, I wish that I knew as much as that person, or I wish that I was as good as that person, or I wish that I was as handsome as that dude on that video, and just decided I am that person. I can be that person. All I got to do is figure out how to do it, find somebody who's already successful, that's already done what I want to achieve, and learn from them. So Peter with U Economy has given us not only the platform for us to share our knowledge and monetize that, which is awesome, but also has whatever level you want to sell your online business to, whether it's, just getting started, or you want to go, become a master of the internet and branding and everything. There's a package that is right for you to purchase that will get you completely set up to be a dominating presence online who can, that you can create your online empire. So that's one of the biggest things that kind of went off in my head when I saw what Peter put together with U Economy is, I had already been doing this in a sense where I have a team of people that follow me and watch me, and I help them and I train them and I create videos. But I give all that value away for free, and I keep it exclusive to my team because that's who I'm focused on. But to have a platform like You Marketplace where I'm going to be able to publish my courses in there and sell them to anybody in the world, day or night, I don't even have to talk to them. They're going to purchase my training course. They're going to go through my training course, and I'm going to feel good because they're going to become a more skilled person based on whatever I'm teaching them. And this can be duplicated by anybody. It doesn't have to be someone like me who loves computers and loves video and has a green screen back there on my wall. You don't need all that. I didn't start with that. I started out, with just my phone on my camera doing videos, and I didn't do what Susan did and did 76. Maybe I should have done 76 first, but I didn't. I did one and threw it up there into the world. And guess what? Somebody related with it. It wasn't thousands of people right away, but somebody did relate with it. And that one turned into 2, and that 2 turned into 10, and that 10 turned into 100. And as I went along, now on my 76 published video online, I look a little bit more polished because I've taken the steps to become a better person, level up my game every single time I do something else. And U Economy has all those things built in, ready to go. You don't have to take the long road like John and I and others have done. You can step into this role. And if you're somebody who's already experienced online, you've got an entire tool suite that you can make 100% commission on that your audience is just dying to get their hands on, and you might as well be the master affiliate, the expertise online marketer that is going to send that traffic to the U Economy products to purchase them. So am I excited about it? Yeah, a little excited about it, John.
Yeah, and the whole secret has been your new haircut. Yeah,
Yes.
that's why you're more handsome and all that stuff. But Michael, your attitude about how to become successful in this industry is a generic, broader than just our business. And I think that anybody who's here for the first time, Michael, it's a breath of fresh air because you're just telling people that you did struggle, but you started out, you did your first video, and then you went from there, and you've done many more, and you're very polished now. But that, we study every Tuesday that we offer as part of You Mentor program within what we do here. We're the study of a book called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And that embodies what Darren says when you're creating habits that succeed. You don't get all caught up on your thinking and, oh my gosh, I can't do it, I won't do it. So what's great about this is chapter 5 of the book is what you can be involved with your people like Michael and Susan and the rest of our leadership group. And all of you that come out on these calls, which I'm looking forward to having you out, you have the chance to be around good people that have tried it, who will tell you how you can do it. And then Peter put the whole platform in place, like you said, Michael. However, there's always something that can hold us up, and we just got to be, resilient, don't we, Michael? And, we just got to go for it. Is there anything, that you think is important for the brand new person who's looking at us to, like the one nugget, like, that movie City Slickers? What's the one thing, I don't know if you're too young for watching that movie probably, but.
Hey, I turned 40 next year, so I don't know how much
longer.
longer.
40, Peter is smiling. He knows what I'm talking about with that movie. But the one thing, what's the one thing that is meaningful to you about why this business can really help people? Is it the 3 income sources? Because I don't think I've ever seen another business in this genre have that. But if it's not that, what would it be?
Yeah, what I would say, John, is that the income and the income potential that can be created and is already being created by the early founding members of U Economy is certainly very attractive, and is something that you shouldn't ignore at all. But the biggest hurdle for new people to get over is to get you might be on this webinar right now and thinking, man, I just want to get away from my 9-to-5 job. I just want to, I want to go full-time online marketing. I want to be able to generate, $2,000 to $3,000 a month, even just starting out, maybe $100 a month starting out. The biggest thing you're going to have to get over is really not how attractive the product is, or, get to that place where you're like, man, I have to do this because this product is so great. Really, you got to start with your mind and say, I can't think the way that I've always thought, because if I keep thinking the way that I've always been thinking, if I keep putting the same actions in that I've always been doing, that is producing no different results in my life, I'm always going to get that same result every single month. Every single month, you're going to be trying to, pay all the bills by the end of the month before your rent is due, your mortgage is due on the 1st. It's the same cycle every single month. So the biggest thing, John, if I'm being brutally honest here, is the newbie person has to set aside their current 9-to-5 employee mindset and put themselves in an ownership mindset and say, these are products that I can purchase the resale rights to go out and resell over and over. I now am an owner of a business and a product, and I can't think like an employee anymore. I am the boss, and I've got to take action to go out and make this happen. Economy is the place where you can change your world, create it into whatever you want it to be, and it will become your economy.
Awesome. There you go, everybody. And that's perfect for me to invite you to come on Tuesdays, because we talk about that every Tuesday and get a new mindset. So this Tuesday we'll be talking about habits, good old habits. So 3 o'clock in Pacific time. But that's the sort of thing we're going to, over time, we're going to have so many people like Michael and others who are going to, and Susan, who are going to be teaching. It'll be like a cable TV. You go, wow, I have all these people I can learn from live all at once. Just know that that's coming. We've created the platform. All right, so we're close to the top of the hour. Michael, thank you for coming out and being with us. Really appreciate you for that. And everybody, the one thing, I think there's one thing that always comes up when our coaches talk with people at the very end, and they circle back to one thing, the one thing that I say. And they've gone through all the stuff we just talked about, all the benefits of being part of our organization, the why you want to do it. And then all we do is we say, do you remember one thing about our compensation plan? No, what was that? You make 100% back of what you spent. So you have to pay fees, so it's not 100% from that perspective, but you make almost all your money back on the first sale that happens. What? That's right, I forgot about that. That's incredible. You kidding me? I get the first one? I thought you'd get it. Nope. And you get the person. And that person then can go create another sale, and the second sale goes to you. What? I could get 2 sales from the same person in the first 2 weeks, first 2 days if you want to. Everybody, it's magical. And we have, financing programs. We've got everything. So there's really no reason people can't have their dreams come true. Peter, before I turn it over to, to Joe to close us out, do you have anything you'd like to say at the top?
Yeah, guys, I was listening to Susan and to Michael about, hey, starting out somewhere. And just on the other side of me here, I just picked up one of the phones, the video phones that I used to use when I first started doing videos, and I typed in the chat, hey, Susan, I can relate exactly to what you're talking about, because the first 50 videos I did, I would never show myself. It was always what I'm looking at, and I use this little thing here. You ever see these flip phones? I would just walk around like this and just videotape everything and talk out there, but I would never show myself. So you start somewhere. How old are these things? You have maybe an hour's worth of record time, and you go flip over here and you plug it in to charge it up. So guys, the thing that I want to let you know is that we have everything here for everybody, whether you're a seasoned veteran or you want to start somewhere. We're going to allow you to grow with us and to participate in all these different compensation structures that we have, the 3 major ones plus the retail, and to be part of a team and a culture that's here for you, that really does care about your success as well too. So hopefully you come on board if you're looking at this for the first time, and get back to the person who introduced you, and look forward to working with you in the future. So back to you, John.
And the thing that is, thank you, Peter. And when I think of Joe, who is going to close us out, when we collect all the personalities that show up here, I just am amazed, Peter, about how much talent we have. I think we're pretty much within about two more months we'll be able to sit back, and you and I can just sit. Hey, you old geezer, what do you want to have a little soda pop down here and watch it go, because we've got a lot of talent. Joe has so much experience. He's run companies, and that's just an example. He's run companies. He's owned them, and he's running these radio shows. He could be a professional radio guy if he wanted to. So that's an example, you guys, of one more person that's really a guest out here. He's on our faculty. Joe, will you close the call out with the excellence you always do?
Yes, I will. Thank you, everybody, for showing up here today. And this is my U Economy hat, Peter. I saw that you have your U Economy shirt. And I have the same U Economy shirt. I've got the same blue and white scheme. I finally had to put it in the laundry room because I've been wearing it every single day since it arrived. I want to thank everyone who took the time here. It's a true story. It's a true story. I want to thank everyone who did take the time to come here today. If you're a guest and you're watching this for the very first time, really consider what you've heard here today because it's all true. Get back with the person who invited you here. If you have any more questions, get those questions answered. The goal is for you to make a relaxed and an informed decision about your future with the U Economy. I want to quickly just give a quick commercial, if I may. Every single weekday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, you can come and plug into our community and hear from people around the world who are having results. You can find us at uradiolive.com. And for members of our community, we've got a lot of important announcements tomorrow on Digital Wheaties. There's been a lot of upgrades and a lot of things technology-based have been added. We're going to be having a discussion. So for members only, you can join us tomorrow at digitalwheaties.com. That's going to be taking place at 1 p.m. Eastern. Again, thank you everybody for being here. We apologize if we did go a little bit late, but hey, we can do what we want to do because it is my economy and it's your economy. It's you, the U Economy. Until next time, everybody.
Guys.